Hey guys, so my name is Gavin and I want to ask you this question to get started with my video. Have you guys ever wanted to have the chest of Arnold Schwarzenegger, the biceps of C-Bum, have the power and influence to intimidate your enemies, make them never even want to go near you? Well, if you've ever asked yourself those questions and ever wanted those desires, then let me tell you, this video is for you, so you want to stay tuned. So I've been training for like a year and a half-ish in the gym. I made some considerable progress. Starting out as like a little stick figure and training myself up to being less stick figure-y. And I'd say I have like enough experience to give people considerable pointers now. So let's start out if you're like too scared to go to the gym in the first place, because I was this way for forever. Like, I dreaded going to the gym just because I was scared that, say, people would judge me. People would think I'm not good enough, but you really don't gotta worry about that. Like, honestly, people don't really care about you when you're working out. And you can, like, the biggest guys in the gym, they may seem all scary and intimidating and you feel like they'll beat you up, but I promise they won't. They're the nicest guys ever. If you want to ask them for like pointers on your form or whatever, you can go ahead. And a great way to get into the gym if you've never been before and you're too scared to, it's great to go with a friend. It's great to go with your mom. It really helps just so that you don't have to go through that scary experience like all alone. So let's say you're going to the gym, but you have no idea what to do. That's the way I was too. So you don't got to worry about that. So what I started out with is a split called push-pull legs, where just on the first day you do all pushing exercises like this. Pull day, you pull all your exercises. And then legs is self-explanatory. So like, say there's plenty of guys online, just look up push-pull leg split, but like, say push day, you can do chest, you can do your bench press, you can do overhead press, this works your triceps, you can do your shoulder compound presses like this. And then on your pull day, you can do pull-ups, you can do rows, you can do bicep curls, anything that involves you pulling the weights. And then on legs, you can do things like squats, Romanian deadlifts. If you have no idea the workouts I'm talking about, by the way, it's great to go on Google. There's plenty of push-pull leg split guides everywhere. That's what I did. So for example, yeah, when you start out, you can do like your push day on Monday, you can do your pull day on Wednesday, and you can do your leg day on Friday. And if that gets like too easy, or you decide you want to go to the gym more often, then you can move it up to doing all the push-pull leg split twice a week. So this next part I'm going to talk about is much more important than the split you do, the push-pull legs you do. So when you're working out, you want to make sure you're doing something called progressively overloading. So what this is it's essentially just, you want to make sure that you're getting stronger every single week when you do your exercises. So let's say like you go in the gym for your first day and you can bench 45 pounds for 2 reps. So this means that on your second week, you want to make sure that you can do the bench press for 45 pounds for like, say, 3 or 4 reps, just to make sure you're getting stronger. Because if you don't get stronger, you're not going to gain muscle. It's as simple as that. And you can also progressively overload by adding to weight. So say you can do like 45 pounds on the bench press for 5 reps. So the next week you want to add 5 pounds, and now you want to do 50 pounds for 5 reps. Either way works for getting stronger. You just want to make sure that you're doing better and better every week, and then that way it'll ensure you're gaining more and more muscle every week. If you're interested in learning the form for exercises, there's plenty of good YouTubers. One of them that I love is Jeff Nippard. He has like form exercises for pretty much every workout you could imagine. It was super helpful to me when I was new, because he taught me how to do like the bench press and pull-ups and whatnot. Another thing I want to emphasize is just how important sleep is to your progress, because if you don't sleep, you don't grow. It's as simple as that. And I've noticed personally on the weeks when I sleep less, I've noticed that I feel worse in my workouts. I'm not as strong. I don't progress as much. So always make sure you leave room for like at least 7 hours bare minimum, preferably 8 or 9 hours of sleep a night, just to ensure that you're making the most out of your workouts. And the last thing you want to worry about when you're trying to gain muscle is your diet. Diet is by far the most important factor in gaining your muscle. Because just as if you don't sleep, you don't grow, if you don't eat, you don't grow. So if you're first starting out, unless you're starting out overweight and you're trying to lose weight, then I'd recommend you eat above your maintenance calories for the day. To find your maintenance calories, by the way, just look up maintenance calorie calculator. It'll tell you what the amount of food you need to eat, basically. In order it'll tell you basically the amount of food you need to eat in order to not gain any weight and not lose any weight. So when you're trying to gain muscle, you want to eat 300 calories above your maintenance level. So for me, if I eat 2,700 calories a day, for example, I'm not going to gain any weight, I'm not going to lose any weight. But say I eat 3,000 calories a day, then I'm going to start gaining, say, like half a pound a week. And that's great, because some of that is going to amount to muscle. A little bit of it's going to be fat, but that's okay. You can cut that down later. Don't worry about that yet. When it comes to protein, I'd say you want to eat, most studies say at least, bare minimum, 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight that you weigh. So for me, I weigh around 200 pounds, so multiply that by 0.7. I want to be eating at least 140 grams of protein a day in order to maximize my growth. So for example, I want to eat a bunch of chicken, I want to eat a bunch of eggs, milk. There's a bunch of good plant proteins, whey proteins. Those are all great sources to get your protein from. If you're curious about more, you can always Google it, because there's plenty of other sources that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. So if you didn't take anything else from this video, here's what I want you to get out of this video. So by far the most important part about muscle growth is consistency. Because it's better to have like a bunch of crappy workouts but stay consistent for a year, rather than have great workouts but only stick to it for a month and then quit. So I mean, in order to stay consistent, you just got to find workouts you love. Because I mean, maybe like you enjoy doing push-ups and pull-ups and you hate doing machines, or maybe you love doing machines and push-ups and pull-ups sound boring to you. Just find what you love, find what you're gonna keep on doing for years on end, and find what brings you the most joy in your workouts. Because by far the most important part of your workout is that you enjoy it. Because if you hate it, like, let's be honest, you're not going to be consistent. So the last thing I want to leave you with is you want to be really pushing yourself in your workouts. Like, you want to be hitting close to failure on every single repetition or every single set that you do. You want to be you better be breaking a sweat. I know it sucks. It gets fun, I promise. After a while, you'll start to love it after a couple months of pushing yourself hard, because it's just like, it's so satisfying after a little bit. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if there's like anything I didn't cover that you want me to like make another video about, leave it in the comments. Bye bye.